Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Marks of Successes, Creating a Positive Mental Attitude. I am Franklin Roosevelt, and thank you for listening in tonight. I'm so excited for you guys to be hanging out with me, listening in on another broadcast. You know how excited I get to be able to do a broadcast, because it just really excites my soul to be able to share this positive energy with you. And tonight, I love the opportunity to be able to go back and reflect over a previous show and see, how I can improve upon it, and, go to the team and see if they've been listening in, which I know they have, and get their input on how we can improve upon the show, how I can improve upon the show. So I'm quite sure that tonight we're going to make a bomb show tonight, because I'm really excited. So before we really get into the show tonight, let's break down these two key details. I got to bring them. I got to bring them. You got to know from in the beginning the two key details. Key detail number one: this is a negative-free, stress-free zone. And I had to reiterate that, because I want you to understand that it's not just a stress-free zone, because nothing you can do or say can cause me any stress. Number one. Number two, this is a place that we don't even allow negativity into the building. We don't even let them into the courtyard. See, I got people standing out there that when they see something that just don't look right, and they sniff it out and they smell like negativity, guess what they do? They politely take them and say, we're not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but this is not the party for you. See, this is a positive energy, full of joy and laughter, having a good time party over here. The party you want is the pity party, which is down the street, around the corner. That's the party you want. So, sorry, but that's where you need to be. We don't allow negativity in the area around here. No negativity. Nope. This is a negative-free zone, stress-free. It's all positive energy. All we're going to share with you is positive energy. Then, there's key detail number 2, which is to remember the intent of the show. Remember, the intent of this show is to create a positive mental attitude. So that's what we're about here tonight. That's what this show is all about. It's about creating a positive mental attitude. It's about every day. I don't care what the situation, circumstance may be looking like or may be coming up against you. It don't matter, because I know that I've conquered it. I've defeated it. It can't beat me, because I'm still in the flow. I'm in the spirit of joy. I'm in the spirit of positive mental energy. I'm in that vein. I'm in that flow. I'm not letting up. I'm like a waterfall. You look at a waterfall, and you go, look at that. Look at that water just flowing down, no resistance, just flowing down. That's how I am when it comes to stress or negative energy trying to come in. I'm like a waterfall. It just flows right down. It flows right down. So, this is what this show is all about. It's about creating a positive mental attitude. When you leave here, I want you to leave here feeling good, waking up tomorrow morning saying, you know what, that was a great show. That was a lot on my mind. It was exciting. It was positive. And I'm going to start my day off this way here. I'm going to start my day off with a positive energy. I'm going to bed with positive energy, because I'm not looking at no negative TV. I'm looking at positive things. I'm looking at things that just, what can I do to brighten up somebody's day? What can I do to put a smile on somebody's face, Because it's all about positive energy. Because when you put that positive energy out there, guess what's going to come back at you? people are going to come back at you in a positive manner. You don't have to worry about people coming at you all sideways and all twisted because you may have said something to offend them, because no, you're giving them positive energy and they can appreciate that. So I help you along that way. Marks of Success, we collaborate together. Franklin Roosevelt and Marks of Success, we've collaborated to come up with this show, Creating a Positive Mental Attitude. So this is what we're doing. We're taking the steps to journey the marks to creating success, creating a positive mental attitude. So, after each show, now I've talked about the 2 key details, and as you can see, I get very excited and I get very passionate about what it is I do, because I really enjoy doing this. I really love doing this here. If I could do this 24/7, I would do this 24/7. But there's other things also that I know that I could do also that would be just as beneficial as this. So I have to do them too. But this here, I get to have fun. I get to just sit up here and talk and share positive energy, share stories with you, and have fun. So that's what it's all about. It's about having fun. And I'm gonna share something with you, because like I say, at the end of each show, I go back and I review the shows. Me and the team at Marks of Success, we review the shows and we discuss them and everything. And we work towards making the show even better. So we got to talking, and we started out talking about steps to creating a positive mental attitude. So, sometimes I understand, like I told you before, we're going to take our time, but we're also going to, it's like when we talked about a baby and the kid taking those first steps and everything. We've talked about a lot of different scenarios and everything, but and it's funny because there's so many different scenarios that go along with the situation. It's like going and jumping into the pool. When you first start learning how to swim, you may be in 3 feet. You may be in the kiddie pool, things like that. But then as time goes on, you start to dive deeper and dive deeper and dive deeper. So, today I'm going to be diving a little deeper, and I'm going to be telling you some stories and everything. It's going to be fun. So you might as well get ready to buckle up, sit back, and get ready to have some fun, because what I'm getting ready to share with you is exciting and it's fun. So get ready, because we're getting ready to talk about creating a positive mental attitude. I know several shows ago I talked about, desires, knowing it, understanding, realizing what it is you want. Well, me and the team, we got to talking after the last show, and we got to talking about success and the keys to success. So, and we started saying, okay, so what's key number 1? Key number 1 is desire. I believe you have to, key number 1 is desire, because it helps you you can really determine if it's something that you want to pursue by how much passion and desire you have for what it is that you want to pursue. Say, okay, so let me tell you. I'm gonna share a story with you. Okay, there was this young kid. His name was Mark. Now, let me tell you about Mark. Mark, between I've been knowing him for quite a few years now. So Mark said that he remembers, he was born in 64, and he remembers the 1969 Mets passing up the Cubs that year to go into the playoffs and beat the Cubs out for the playoffs. So Mark has been a sports fan for quite a while, and since I've been knowing him. So you would figure from the age 5 to the age 10, Mark was really vested in baseball, sports, learning how to play ball and everything. So that's what his desire was. That's what his passion was. That's what he pursued. That's what he spent more time doing than anything, He went to school and he had school work to do and everything, but it didn't grab him. The attention span, it was not there the way it was for baseball at that point in time in his life. So, he had a desire and he pursued that desire. Now let's move into the years of 10 through 20. Those years of 10 through 20, he still had that desire to play baseball, and he played, but he didn't play organized team baseball except for one season. And he didn't pursue it in his high school years because he got to doing other things. And just like in elementary school, school wasn't his focus. His focus was playing ball and other things. So that was in those years. So he had a desire to play ball. That was his passion and desire. He did it, a lot, as much as he could. But then at some point in time in those teenage years, he started playing more football and more basketball because of the surrounding and the location that he was in. So until 17, he played baseball, basketball, football, depending on the location, the area that he was in. And he got good at all of them. Then at about 17, he's in high school at this time, and actually, really, he started at 15, 16 years old playing ball. Well, he was still playing ball, but he started to get more interested in other things outside of playing ball. So he would show off and everything, and he had a desire to play, but he didn't play organized and didn't play it long enough because of the surrounding and the support, the lack thereof that he had. So anyway, he didn't pursue sports long, and other things caused him not to pursue sports. So you get to 20, between those 20 and 30 years. In those 20s and 30 years, now his desire has changed. Now his desire is to be an entrepreneur. That's his desire, He knows that now he knows that he will not be a professional ball player, but he has a desire to be an entrepreneur. He doesn't want to spend too long, working in corporate America. But he has one problem. And, it's a small issue that can be corrected with the right people in place and, the right assistance. The problem is, he don't know what the business is that he wants to do. He doesn't have a clue. Not a clue. So, he's doing all these other little jobs that he really didn't like doing, He tried them, testing the water, None of them are appealing to him. So he then changes, and he starts at midway between his 20s and 30s, and midway in between, he decides, what? He started a family. Now he wants to do something a little different. So he goes back to school, and he gets a degree. Well, okay, he got this degree. Now, how do you get experience in the field that you went to school and got a degree in? You got to create something that'll get people to want to bring you in. You got to create a personality. You got to create a desire, a hunger to show them. You got to get some energy into going into an interview. You got to get some energy saying, you know what, this is what I went to school for this. I was pretty good at it in school and everything. And it's just something that, I see a passion for in me to want to be able to learn to be the best that I can be in this field and everything. So, you got to change. Now you got to start to be creative in your language. You got to be creative in your talking because now you need to gain experience in this field that he's went to school in. So, Mark, he started craft. He worked in other fields until an opportunity came along. Okay, so Mark wound up getting an opportunity to leave where he was familiar to go somewhere and venture off and see if he could, gain valuable experience. So he traveled to another city and everything, and sure enough, he started gaining experience. So Mark spent the next 20 years in this beautiful city. And now you figure, okay, so he got there, and then, now, show you how things start to change to where Mark started getting the desires of his heart. And in his 40s, he met a beautiful young lady that was in the same field he was in. Just had she was in the upper management part of the business where he just he managed let's put it like this here. Mark managed a department of maybe 5, whereas the young lady that he met, she managed the department of maybe 25. So she was she was above him on the management scale side of things. So he saw her and he was like, oh my goodness. It was like when they met each other, they was like, oh, we could do great things together. So, but anyway, in the midst of these 10 years, there was this struggle going on. And, it took them time to finally get on the right page, because when they met each other, they knew that their desires were in line with one another. Their desire was pretty much the same when it came to business and helping out in the community and things of that nature. They lined up with one another, so they saw a way to be able to be successful together with one another. So there was that desire. Now, when I wrote it down on paper, I wrote it down like this. I wrote desire plus perseverance plus faith equals success. And I took it to marks of success, and they say, well, yes and no. Correct, but out of order. It's desire plus your faith in what it is that you desire will then create the perseverance to keep pursuing what it is that you desire. So it's actually desire plus faith plus perseverance equals success. So Mark had the desire. I don't think he ever really lost the faith. He just didn't, the perseverance wasn't as focused on as as it was earlier, because he started to focus on wanting to own how to create a business. He had somebody that he's talked to every night, but neither one of them had it in their mind, really knew how to create a business. All Mark knew was he wanted to start a business, but he didn't want to take out a business loan to start this business. So it was, how do I create a business? So then that means you have to go back and you have to get some knowledge, you have to get some experience to be able to create a business without borrowing money to start a business. And then if you're going to go somewhere and borrow money to start a business, you got to have a business plan and everything in place to start this business. So Marks of Success said it's desire. What is the business that you desire? What is it that you desire? Plus faith, plus perseverance equals success. So I'm going to read, I always give you a scripture, like I say. So I'm going to read you this scripture that I was reading on, that I was going to give to you, and then I'm going to show you something else, because there's another passage that's before it that I want to show you also. So originally I was going to give you Mark chapter 11, verse 24, but I'm actually going to give you Mark chapter 11, starting with verse 22 all the way through 24. And the verse, it reads like this: And Jesus answering said unto them, Have faith in God. For verily I say unto you, that whoever shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. Therefore I say unto you, verse 24, Therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Now, that was the scripture that I was going to give you for today. And see, I gave it to you, okay? I gave you the scripture for today. But then I got to looking up, and I looked up here, and my eyes went to, and it went to Mark chapter 10, verse 52. And it reads, And Jesus said unto him, Go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. And immediately he received his sight and followed Jesus in the way. This was the story of the blind man. So, think you're the blind man. This is title of the show is Marks of Successes, Creating a Positive Mental Attitude. You're the blind man. We give sight to the blind. We're helping you to create a positive mental attitude. We're here to help you walk through this life every day in a positive frame of mind, having fun, walking with me, having fun throughout the day, throughout the week, because you know what? This is fun. This is fun if you want it to be fun. Like I said, this is a place of having fun. If you want it to be fun, it's going to be fun. If you don't want it to be fun, then up the street, around the block, there's the pity party. Go hang out there. I won't be offended. I won't be mad. I'll be happy for you. I'll pray for you. And I'll keep on with those people that want to party with me in peace, love, joy, and happiness, and creating a positive mental attitude. Franklin Roosevelt and Marks of Success will keep on doing this each and every week. That's my time for this week. I love you guys. Sleep well. Have a great week. Create a positive mental attitude. Create a fun, loving week. Create a negative-free, stress-free zone each and every minute of the day. If you fall, get back up and say, I got joy within me. Have a great week. Love you all. God bless.